선서 대통령으로서의 직책을 성실히 수행할 것을 국민 앞에 엄숙히 선서합니다.
충성!
I am now at Cheongwade or Blue House, which has been returned to the people since the inauguration of the Yoon Suk Yeol government. This symbol of absolute power was fully open to the public for the first time in 74 years. Many people are coming to visit this site. You can see people appreciate historical moments by walking around freely and taking pictures. I will never forget the first time I visited Cheongwade. It was really interesting to see the President's office and residence, which is something you wouldn't even imagine in the Philippines. Although former presidents pledged to return to Cheongwade to the public, it never happened. But President Yoon Suk Yeol kept his promise, and it represents his strong will and sincerity to better communicate with the people. Cheongwade has now become a must-see spot for foreign tourists. Cheongwade, a new iconic landmark in Seoul, has been reborn as an open venue which everyone can enjoy.
Korea is a country that constantly innovates and transforms itself. Last year, Seoul was named the 10th best city in the world for startups among 280 cities. I think the country's less complicated tax system and reputation as the world's best IT powerhouse attracts a lot of startups. As a startup founder myself, I came to Korea looking for a good environment to start my business. Thanks to the Korean government's broad support for startups, many individuals and businesses now choose Korea. What's remarkable about the Yoon Suk Yeol government's policies to support startups is that they focus on creating a favorable environment where startups can grow and innovate. Another remarkable thing is that the government has eased regulations that hindered financial support, mentoring, and business growth for startups. I believe the government's investment of human resources and systematic efforts to foster startups will surely give results. The driving force that leads Korea as a global venture powerhouse and a thriving startup ecosystem are the founders and their companies. It's also the government policies that create more opportunities and a better business environment.
The Republic of Korea is a country with many charms. The K-content craze has positively elevated the status of the country. Among others, Korea's sales diplomacy has impressed the world. Since the inauguration of the new government, President Yoon Suk Yeol has gone all out for sales diplomacy, calling himself Korea's #1 salesperson. His efforts paid off big time when he seized the $30 billion investment in the UAE and then the investment of $800 million in Switzerland. It was especially impressive when President Yoon actively exhibited sales diplomacy in order to attract more investment by talking to global CEOs at the Davos Forum. Although many leaders pursue sales diplomacy to help their businesses establish a larger presence abroad and tap into new markets, I've never seen a head of state volunteering to become a salesperson himself. I think President Yoon chose successful sales diplomacy, and his success has brought new hope to the Korean economy by helping the country rise from the global economic crisis.
I'm now in northern Turkey. More than 50,000 people have been killed, as many as 2 million displaced after a magnitude 7.8 earthquake hit the southeast region of Turkey on February 6. Despite the severe pain, we all stay hopeful and work together to go back to our peaceful lives. Many countries came forward to send aid to Turkey. The Turkish people felt deeply moved, especially when Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol ordered Koreans to mobilize all possible resources to support Turkey. On February 9, a Korean rescue team arrived in Gaziantep and started a search and rescue mission. They rescued a total of 8 people. We felt deeply moved once again by the sight of Korean rescue workers trying to save as many lives as they could under the worst conditions, with the cold weather and with no power or water. The Republic of Korea has fulfilled its role as a responsible leader of the international community by dispatching 3 contingents of rescue teams to Turkey. The spirit of solidarity that Korea has shown to our country represents the true friendship that Korea and Turkey have long shared as brother countries. It also represents a pledge that the Yoon Suk Yeol government has made to fulfill the nation's responsibility as a global leader.
The Yoon Suk Yeol government that promised to make a new Korea for the people has now reached its 2nd year in power. As the Korean people have high expectations for a successful government, I hope that they will be remembered as a transparent government free of corruption and abuse of power.
As the government has set fairness and common sense as its key policy tasks, I hope that it will move forward as a fair society by introducing anti-discrimination measures and improving working conditions.
I hope that the government will drastically improve regulations that run against the global standards so that President Yoon Suk Yeol's sales diplomacy will bring bigger outcomes home.
Korea is a country that is safe and trustworthy in all aspects. I hope that the government will put more programs in place allowing foreigners who love the country to visit Korea more often and experience Korean history and culture firsthand.